Hey guys, Jason from Trillium West here, and this week we are talking about financing. A couple months ago or last month, something like that, I put out a video that was about how winter, specifically January and February, are some of the best times to buy. I would say that January is the best month of the entire year if you're just looking to buy. There's not as much competition in the winter, you get a little bit more negotiating power, yada yada yada. January, February are great times if you're only looking to buy. Now, that has led to January hitting, and all of a sudden I'm sitting down with all kinds of first-time buyers or people looking to grab investment properties, and I am getting this question a lot, and it is driving me crazy. So I've been looking into it a little bit this week, and I think I'm kind of getting to the root of the financial question that is bothering me. The question that is bothering me is, how much am I pre-approved for? What's the most that I can spend in the real estate market? So I'm getting a lot of people who are sitting down, or I'm putting them in touch with lenders, and the only question that seems to be on people's minds, and I think it's because it's the only question that people know to ask, is how much money can I have to put towards a property? So what I'm getting is a group of buyers right now who are saying, oh, well, I'm pre-approved to 500,000. I'm pre-approved to 300,000. Now, that's all well and good, and those numbers make a lot of sense, but it really, really bothers me that that is the number that people are working with. In my opinion, people should be approaching their mortgage from the perspective of how much is it going to cost me on a monthly basis, because that's usually how people consider their income. And I think I'm kind of getting to the bottom of why this is an issue. And it's something I've seen a lot of, but I want to try to show it to you today by bringing you to my monitor right now. So what we're doing right now is we are taking a look at my screen. So I've got my browser pulled up here, and right now I'm on TD. Shout out to TD, nothing wrong with them. But I've looked up their mortgage calculator, essentially. I jumped on here to try to track down how much am I able to spend per month. Or if I'm looking at my monthly income, let's say I make $3,000 a month, I only want to be spending $1,000 of that a month, how much of a mortgage makes sense for me at that price point? And now, okay, I've looked up a mortgage calculator here, and there's no option for me to put that information onto this website. All they're gonna ask me to do is search for the total. They do all of this conversion as a total. So let's look at, we're at CIBC here too. Again, nothing against CIBC as a bank, as a lender, anything like that, but it's the way that this is structured and how it influences people's decision making and how they approach this problem. So we're gonna take a look at this. Again, CIBC, in my mind, there should be a section here that says how much I intend to spend per month and how much of a mortgage would that allow for me. There's nothing here that says I wanna spend $1,500 a month on my mortgage to give me a number to go. All they're giving me is the information in the stats that will give me a final number. And because it's in an output this way, and because they're asking for facts and information that I have that is pretty consistent, gross household income, you can figure that out very quickly. Maybe it's 70,000, maybe you have 50,000 as a down payment. These are easy pieces of information for first-time buyers to pull together and put into a system like this. But in my mind, they're not the right questions people should be asking. This 2000, it's in a tiny font in the bottom corner, even though for most people, that should be one of the most prominent pieces of information that people need to think about if they're trying to build their wealth, get out of debt, and start growing equity in a property in a safe and reasonable way. Now, I'm gonna bring you back here. We're back up here, and I wish that lenders would make it easier for people to ask the question from the perspective of, based on my monthly income, and how much of that I want to spend, what can I get, as opposed to what is the absolute most that I can buy. Stop framing it that way. Frame it in a way that people can find sustainable, and you'll get people making decisions that they're happier about down the line. Those are my thoughts for this week. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm trying to upload a video like this every single week. This is my first one in 2019. Feeling good about it. Looking forward for what's to come. If you want to see more videos from me, feel free to check out the playlist up here. And if you want to subscribe, keep up to date regularly, click right here. See you next time.